Hello everyone. In this video what we are going to start is the industrial development. We have seen the agricultural development and how the agricultural development have achieved through 5-year plans. With the help of 5-year plans, how industrial development has made in the period of Indian economy of 1950 and 1990. In the period of 1950 and 1990, how the industrial development has been done. Let us see in this. As we have seen, agriculture was risky business and it was fully dependent on the natural resources and natural rainfall. There was a strong need to develop industry as it provides stable employment, because agriculture has the disguised unemployment situation. Stable employment promotes modernization and overall prosperity. Because of these reasons, industrial development was necessary, and the number of people, those who were involved in agriculture, was getting larger day by day, and there was a strong need to shift those people from that to other area, and it was the industrial development only. That's why industrial development is also very necessary. Let us see for industrial development. As India is a democratic country, have adopted mixed economy system. In mixed economy, both private and public sector are there, but still we will discuss the role of public sector in industrial development, because we are talking about just after independence. Leading role of public sector was there required. What was the reason it required? The shortage of capital with the private sector. During that time, the private sectors was suffering with the shortage of capital. They were not big firms. Only few firms, Tatas and Birlas, few big firms were there. Otherwise, there were most of the small firms. They don't have the enough money to invest in such big industries. Then lack of incentive for private sectors. There was no incentive for private sector. That's why it was necessary for the government to take initiatives. Objective of social welfare. In case of a public sectors, the social welfare is the objective, whereas a private sector don't take social welfare as an objective. So these were the three reasons why role of public sector is necessary. Then Industrial Policy Resolution 1956. Industrial policy is comprehensive package of policy measure which covers various issues of industrial enterprises. So what we will be discussing, the Policy Resolution 1956. Whenever we talk about industrial policy resolution, so what it is a comprehensive package of policy measures which covers various issues of industries enterprises, various issues. Let us see this. Necessary for diversifying, devising various procedures, principles, rules, regulations and control. This is the necessity of industrial policy. What they are doing? They are doing devising various procedures, principles, rules and regulations and to control the industrial in India. Industrial policy 1948, there was previous policy. We are discussing industrial policy 1956, the resolution, but before this there was one more policy which was industrial policy 1948. Faces serious economic and political changes on independence, and because of this political and severe economical changes, there was a need to replace this, and it was replaced by 17th of April 1956 with the industrial policy resolution. Industrial policy 30th of April 1956. A second industrial policy resolution was adopted in India. What was the first? It was the industrial policy 1948. Then industrial policy 1956 is the second industrial policies. Let us see under this policy the classification of industries. This policies of resolution 1956 had divided the industry and classified the industry three part: Schedule A, Schedule B, Schedule C. Under Schedule A, there were 17 main industry which was fully controlled, exclusively controlled and owned by the government. Under Schedule B, there were 12 industry progressively state owned. What did the progressively state owned means? Under Schedule B, 12 industries progressively state owned there. State owned means in the beginning they will be controlled by the government, later on it will be the private hand who will control it. Next is Schedule C. Remaining industries which were not the part of Schedule A and Schedule B, they all were open for private sector. In this way, industries were classified in Schedule A, Schedule B, Schedule C in the Industrial Policy Resolution 1956. Let us see some of the another concept related with the industry is the industrial licensing. The word industrial licensing is written permission. License means a written permission from the government to an industrial unit manufacturing goods. The Industrial Development and Regulation Act 1951 empower the government to issue license for. So industrial licensing, a written permission given by government to the industrial unit for three purposes. First, setting up new industry. Anyone if you wish to start new industry have to take permission, have to take license. Expansion of existing one. If old industries are there, they wish to expand a new industry, they wish to set up, they have to take permission, license. Then the diversification of the product. The word diversification means the different category of the product. Suppose one industry was there and they were producing the FMCG product. The word FMCG means fast moving consumer good, daily use material. Now they wish to go in the sector of clothes or textile, then they have to take permission for this, because it's a diversification of product. So diversification of product, for this also they have to take permission. Through industrial licensing, government has took proper control over the industrial policies. Next is the small scale industry. The word SSI stands for small scale industry. In the 1955, the Village and Small Scale Industries Committee, CURV committee, has promoted rural development using small scale industries. Because after agriculture, it is the small scale industry which provides the maximum employment. So it was necessary to develop the small scale industry, and it was developed in the period of 1955. Now, what is a small scale industry and what is a medium and what is a large scale industry is on the basis of the contribution on investment. So a small scale is defined with reference to maximum investment allowed on the assets of a unit. Limit of 5 lakh was there in the period of 1950, though this limit has increased to the limit of 1 crore at present. So at present, with the maximum limit, any industry with maximum limit of 1 crore investment is considered as a small scale industries. Let us see some of the importance of this small scale industry, why it is necessary. Employment generation. As I told you, after agriculture, small scale industries were the one who gives the maximum employment, because being more labor intensive. Why they are giving more employment? Because they are more labor intensive, like agriculture is more labor intensive. After agriculture, small scale industry provide employment to the largest number of people in India. For employment generation, this is its importance. Next is the need for protection from big firms. Big firms were there, the large firm, multinational corporations were there. It was necessary to protect the SSI, small scale industry, from large firm. Otherwise, it will be difficult for small firms to sustain in the market. And it was the role of government to ensure their protection. And how government can ensure their protection? They can flourish only when they are protected from the large firms. So various steps were taken by government for their growth. And these were the steps: reservations of product and various concessions. Now, reservation of product means there are different categories of product which was necessarily to be produced by small scale industry. The big firms, the large firms, the investment with more than 1 crores were not allowed to produce such products. So by the reservations, they were getting flourished. Next is the various concession. Like we have seen concession given on agriculture, same way there are concessions on tax benefit, license benefit, and some other kinds of benefit and concessions are provided to small scale industries so that they will develop also. Hope the concept of industrial development is clear to you. By the next video, we will continue with the trade sector of this, and we will complete our chapter by the next video. Hope the video is helpful to you. If you have any confusion, please let me know through your comments. Thank you very much. Have a very nice day ahead.